All right, I'm gonna show you the ultimate baseball equipment setup. All right, now I got this idea from, I believe, Gary Gaetti. He was a player from the 80s, 90s. He has something that he has patented that kind of works like this, but it doesn't have the storage. What it is, it's called like the Bucket Boss. Now, I was gonna get it last year. That's what gave me the idea. And then I'm figuring, wait, these new tool storage systems would work 10 times better. Because remember, with his little thing, it's just a bucket and then you can raise it. So the point of having the bucket raised is when you do pitching or batting practice, okay? Now, first thing you want to do is lower this handle. But you got your baseballs. So the pain in the neck thing is keep bending down. Keep bending down to grab more balls. So the Bucket Boss is kind of alleviates that issue because you can raise the bucket and then it lowers and it has a handle and it has wheels and you can do your pitching, but it doesn't have the storage. It's just a bucket that raises. Check out this. All right, so you got your balls in here. All right, you're doing your batting practice. I don't even have to bend over. Boom, grab the balls. Boom, choop, choop, chuck them down. And this is 2 buckets. So this is a 5-gallon bucket. All right, 5-gallon bucket. There's almost 2 full 5-gallon buckets in here. So instead of carrying 2 buckets or 1 bucket and then you got to collect all the balls, I have so many balls in here that the amount of picking the balls up, starting, stopping, this alleviates a lot of that. All right, but there's a lot of other stuff that this does. All right. So, if you're not familiar with baseball, another thing with these buckets is sometimes they have a top and then it has like a foam top on it. And what people do, or the coaches, and me and my coaches, or we do the same thing, is you kind of sit on it. And that's where you're coaching between the fence and home plate and you're giving advice to the kids, you're yelling at the kids, whatever you got to do with the kids. All right, kind of uncomfortable though, even with the foam top. All right, but remember, each team usually only has 1 bucket. All right, so you know this alleviates that because now not only do you have somewhere to sit, your assistant coach, your other assistant coach, there's 2 nice seats here. All right, much more wide, much more comfortable. This is great. I mean, if you even wanted to, you could put some glue, put a foam thing on here if it really means that much to you, but it's plenty comfortable. All right, so you got your balls in here, light. I don't have to reach for the balls, ready to go. And this Bucket Boss is $100. You can get 2 of these and another box for $99. All right, and here, this is where you're gonna carry all your equipment. Now, I don't even have all my equipment in here yet, but I got some catcher stuff that goes in here as well. I got game balls. We're gonna get another 2 boxes of game balls that are gonna go in here. And we have our scorebook. All right, got some mitts. Here's our catcher's mitt, our extra catcher's mitt. We keep some water. We got some other stuff in here. Again, today's really one of our first practices. My assistant has a lot of other stuff. We used this towards the end of the season last year, and it alleviated so much bags, extra, buckets, 3 assistant coaches having to carry equipment. Now, if I can't make a practice, my assistant takes this and he's got everything for practice, just throws it in the back of the truck. And what also is great for your bats, all right, you got your handle here. Of course, you can roll this, so roll it right to the pitcher's mound. Nothing to worry about. It rolls pretty good on the clay. But you got your bats. Now, I have a lot of bats, and here's our fungo bat, but most of the kids have their own bats. I just got them in here. Not a lot of you are going to have this, but if you do have kind of a bat bag, what I do is I just put this right around the handle here. It fits perfect. All right, so now everything is covered. I got bats in here. I got some other equipment here. I got some more balls in here, but those are like really in good shape, so we're going to use them for the game. So we got them in there, and instead of having, again, loads of other, whether it be buckets, bags, stuff like that. Everything's connected. Everything's in one spot. And again, the main purpose of this is, again, for that batting practice. All right, and that's what gave me the idea, because I was going to buy this bucket boss. But if your team does, BP, I'm sure they do. I mean, there's no need to spend. You got to see this thing. Look it up. It's like called the Bucket Boss by Gary Gaetti. It's $129, I believe, and it's a bucket that raises, and you can only fit one bucket inside. The bucket. Again, I got almost 2 in here, so not having to bend over. And then when baseball season ends, you got another storage thing that you can use to store your tools, whatever you were using, whatever you want to put in these Toughsystems. These are great. A lot of people use these for a lot of different things. Another thing, what you can do also, we actually did it last year, was during a game, we had a double header, is instead of, and if you want to get the cooler, you can get the cooler. They've dropped in price, the DeWalt Toughsystem cooler, but you don't need to do that. So what we did last year, it was that hot day in September, we kind of used this stuff. So we dumped some ice in here, and everybody had their Gatorades for the day, waters and stuff like that. I told my assistant to go get some ice. There was a 7-Eleven nearby. He went, got some ice. We dumped the whole thing of ice in here, and all the kids put their Gatorades in here, and this acted for a cooler for almost 6 hours. Everything, not one piece of ice melted in this thing. All right, obviously, just don't keep it in the sun. We put it in the dugout. It was great. So I'll tell you, and it's really just about these portable systems now, this stuff that you can do with them, and it's gonna put a lot of companies out of business, because this is so economical and half the price of something that is probably made in China for $13, and they sell it up here for $129. But with this system, you got your baseball equipment box, you got your baseball box, you got your handle for your bats and your bags if you need it. I'm telling you guys, I have other coaches that see me with this, they were going crazy. They're like, whoa, what do you got? What is that? They saw it, I told them about it, and they were absolutely like dumbfounded at what a great idea this was. So you can find a lot of different uses for these boxes. I thought it'd be a fun little video telling you. I don't know if too many baseball people are ever going to see this, but again, this is probably one of the best things that I've ever come up with to alleviate a lot of extra stuff. And I got my truck open here. Real simple, just throw this in the back of your truck, back of your SUV. They split. Obviously, they connect, but you could take them from each other and just throw them in the back of your truck, SUV, whatever you need to do. Real super simple. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.